everyone. Welcome to the Currency of Anarchy. I'm Josh Davis.
Michael FreeMan.
If you'd like to be a part of the conversation during our live tapings, please check us out at youtube.com/user/Cur of Anarchy on Mondays at 9 p.m., 6 p.m. Pacific. And you can see the final product on the air at youtube.com/user/Cur of Anarchy, again, on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. And please check out our Facebook page. Facebook.com/Cur of Anarchy. If you're here during the live taping right now, you can post any questions and comments to the thread that we posted to that page. And now a word from our sponsors.
Holly Cogburn runs Homebody, a body care, vanity, and cosmetic products company. She contracts using USD, Bitcoin, homebody products, and fresh produce. She is proud to say that she started the business without the assistance of bank loans. In her words, fuck bank loans and fuck their interest rates. For the most part, fuck banks. She paid for costs out of pocket and has steadily and sustainably grown from there. She believes in a free, fair, and reputation-based market, so please find Holly at homebodyco.com or facebook.com/homebodyco.
So, Michael, we have three special guests, and they are back from previous shows. So take it away, Michael.
Absolutely. What's up, guys? Sorry for the rocky start tonight, but you all know how we do. You know how we do. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. No, there's some children on set, and that's no problem with us. We actually like to do that kind of stuff. Even next week, we're gonna get a little away from our usual spin on the show. We're going to be joined by Jordan Page, who is going to perform a live song on our show, which is definitely something that we've never done. So I'm pretty excited about that.
It's awesome.
Yeah, man. And yeah, I don't want to give away too much, but expect spoilers to come.
Yeah, but you and I are both into music anyway, so.
Oh, right, I agree. I'm just saying that we have never done anything like that on the program, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So this week, just another little more unorthodox. There might be some children running around. Maybe even one of our guests is a child. However, we're going to bring back three of them, and I'll say what's up to Zane first, bring him back. How you doing, bud?
Yo, what's up? I'm doing pretty good.
What's going on with you, man?
Hey, just hanging out, getting harassed by my mom. She wants me to check out colleges.
Oh.
And I'm still eating Easter candy, so I had some chocolate stuck in my throat.
Right on. Good. Sweets are cool. And next, I guess, down the line, we got John Moss, probably too much of a regular on this show.
Yeah, John.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
What's up, man? What are you doing?
Nothing, just hanging around and hating the state. You know, the usual.
Teaching your kid to do the same. Good idea.
Yeah. Brainwashing my 6-year-old into being an agorist.
Right. Brainwashing, okay. So then our third guest is Sarah Perkins, who comes back from, I believe, the week before last. Her and John came on for the unschooling program that I unfortunately missed, but I watched it, and it was good stuff. It was one of the better shows it was the most planned show that we've ever had. So what's going on with you?
Hey, not much. Just being a mom.
What'd you do, throw the kid in the cage?
No, when he gets hurt, he usually wants his dad. And he dropped a glass on his foot. So.
Ouch. All right, so that's our guess. Back to you, Josh.
All right. So the first thing that I think we really should touch is something that Michael's brought up about basically book banning or even book burning. It's all the same thing to me. So something about an anarchist cookbook. This book has been proposed to be banned, I believe. Is that correct, Michael?
Oh, this woman has a fucking opinion that this book should be banned, and she means to go as far as banning it on the interwebs. However she intends to pull that off, I don't know. But
yeah, that's it.
And yeah, it's kind of crazy, and I don't want to take too long. We want to go through the table here, right? So I'll just briefly go over this article, and it is scary. It's kind of an Orwellian thing. It's to me one of the same signs of a falling government as the proposition of the face of the state claiming that forced voting is a good thing. So anyways, the article is titled Senator Feinstein Pushes, and you guys know Dianne Feinstein. All you gun nuts sure know Dianne Feinstein. She pushes for the Anarchist Cookbook, which has nothing to do with anarchism. It's basically a bunch of bad ideas rolled up into one little book, how to burn stuff and break things and that type of thing. However, if this is a free society, if you have freedom of speech and First and Fourth Amendment rights and all this good stuff, so I'm not even going to read the article. Basically what she's implying, what I gather is that a few weeks ago there was 2 women who were enticed by a Federal Bureau of Investigation agent who offered them this book. They had previously online been displaying anti-state sentiment that was perceived by this FBI agent to be potentially violent. He brought them this book, said maybe you should build something that's in this book, and they started to, and then the government cracked down on them, and now Dianne Feinstein wants to ban this book. So that's the gist. Josh, take it away.
Yeah, I think it's funny that, you know, people love to ban books. It doesn't matter whether it's hard copy or not. You know, people love banning ideas that they hate. And it doesn't matter whether it's a good idea to other people, you know, just the fact that they're scared of a certain idea. It goes along the same lines as people are scared of guns, so they try to ban guns. People are scared of a multitude of things, and they try to ban it. And it doesn't make any sense, because that means that some people will go against that and will either be sent to jail or will actually show everybody else that banning doesn't make any sense, and you know, prove it in logic or prove it in practice. So my thing is, it doesn't matter what's inside this book. Even if I were against it or anybody were against it, it doesn't matter. You know, you're spending your energy in the wrong place. It could be used actually producing something. Anyway, that's my point of view. Yeah, so John, you want to take this?
Yeah, sure. Now you said the FBI gave these women this book. Is that correct?
That's what the article says. An undercover FBI agent. I'm sorry. The 2 New York women who had been, quote, given a copy of the Anarchist Cookbook by an undercover FBI agent were charged with attempting to use the information found in it to make a bomb and launch a terror attack on the United States, unquote.
Right. Well, I'm not really surprised at this. I mean, not to get all tinfoily, but I mean, it's well known that the FBI creates terrorists, terror plots, whatever, just for the specific purpose of foiling them at the last minute and going, see, look, the war on terror is working. Give us more money. We need more money. So I'm not surprised that they did that. As far as actually banning the book, I mean, good luck. With the exception of just, you know, blocking the internet from America, I'm not sure how they're going to do that.
Right.
Well, it's an incredibly silly thing to ban, because my dad owned that book, and he used it to build a potato cannon out of PVC pipe and hairspray. So unless the FBI wanted them to launch a potato like 1,000 yards, then, well, they're not terrorists.
I have been voluntarily shot by a potato, and I promise you it's not lethal. Okay, it can be lethal. It can. But there's no reason for government involvement, I promise you.
It can be lethal if it's been unregulated and toxic.
I think that's the whole point with this kind of stuff, though, is it scares people, and it separates us, and it tears us apart, and so then they can, you know, basically get their boot in and say, okay, well, this is scary for all these people, we're going to go ahead and ban it. And we're already so far away from each other, we're not a community anymore. No one's a community anymore. That they're able to do that because we don't talk.
Right.
Nobody trusts anybody.
It's all about fear.
I don't trust any of you.
Michael, I had you in my house. Come on, man.
And what was the first thing I asked you, dude? Hey, can you show me all your hard metals?
Point. Very, very good point.
Yeah. I'm just planning that heist, baby. When the happening happens, I know whose houses to go to. Okay.
Here's the thing, though. If you don't trust anybody, Michael, how are you going to get through the happening?
I'm just kidding. Well, first, I don't think that the happening is ever going to happen. Second, if the happening ever does happen, we are all going to die. Third, I actually was just kind of joking.
It's not happening?
No, I don't think that it's happening at all. No, I really don't. But thirdly, no, I was kidding. I'm an overly trusting person. I trust all of you on this screen right now with my life, and I shouldn't probably do that, but I do.
No. See, that's the difference. I think you're right. I think you're right to trust everybody on this line, 100%.
Hell no. None of you. Okay, Josh and John have both given me reasons to trust them. I can say that. And I think that I trust Sarah, and I don't think I have a reason to do that because I've only ever really spoken to her online and on Mumble and on this kind of thing, and Zane as well. So logically speaking, if you're running the numbers, no, I shouldn't trust them. For all I know, they're not real. I mean,
they're government agents, man.
I'm the best government agent ever, dude.
I don't know.
You're playing the long con.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead, Sarah.
No, I was just going to say, I think it's a good thing that we learn how to trust each other and not necessarily what's coming out of the government and the media, but actually listening to each other, even if we haven't met and it's just online, actually listening and growing those types of relationships, because that's what's going to make the world a better place, whether or not it's happening or not.
Right.
Yeah,
that and the logical background that we're all getting off of these conversations. It's not just the relationships, but the ability to back up everything that we're kind of espousing over here. So
yeah,
anyway.
Aside from John here, the majority of my friends that I would consider that I trust are online.
Yeah.
No question about it.
Yeah.
So
let's move on, right? Agreed. Again, we were talking about book banning right there, and a lot of people love to ban firearms or want to ban firearms.
drugs,
Drugs,
books,
gay marriage,
religions.
Pokemon.
So what I'm saying is, I think we have an opportunity to talk about what is going on in your next show tomorrow, Michael. Talk about Marcel a bit.
All right. First, I'm gonna take a sec to talk about my show, I guess, because I've never formally done it here, as you just pointed out. So I launched my own little program called Abolishing Authority with Michael FreeMan. The 10th, I believe, episode is tomorrow. And I haven't been pushing it as hard as this show. This one's just kind of for me. It's so I can be in control. This is more of Josh's gig that I jumped into, and yeah, it's us now. I think that's the case. But I like to say cunt sometimes, and I like to get angry, and I like to drink hard, and that's why I launched my show, just to do the more punk rock-esque kind of thing. And Josh and I have actually been talking about bringing the currency of anarchy into a more professional atmosphere, which I'm not opposed to. I just also want my network of being able to be a boisterous douchebag. So this week I'm going to be joined by Marcel Fontaine. That's going to be tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He just moved to New Hampshire like a month and a half ago, and he's up there in the Capitalist House in Keene. He's at the Keene Activist Center all the time, participating in activism all the time, and I'm just going to get him on the show to talk about the move, what was going through his head when he really did that, because from what I understand, he basically just up and left his life and went up to Keene and moved into a bedroom in somebody else's house. That's what I gather. And he made that sacrifice for liberty, and I'd just like to see what's going through his head, because I know that at least three of the people on this program right now, including myself, are planning on doing in a limited fashion this exact same thing. So.
Right, not to the same extent. That's all.
No, I'm not gonna like sell all my stuff and move into somebody's house. No. But yeah, I do appreciate you giving me the shout outs, and Josh, you will be coming back on the show pretty soon. We don't have it scheduled, but it will be soon, and that will be the Currency of Anarchy Edition 2.0, and that's going to be happening when Josh moves to New Hampshire. What is that? Here in 2 months, I think.
Yeah, so I'm actually moving, or I'm getting the keys apparently May 1st, so that's less than a month, and I'm shocked. I don't even feel it yet. But we've seen it's an amazing place, and to me, the way I see the place, it's triple the space at least for less than double the rent.
Your house is pretty nice though. It's
right
small.
now,
it's small, but it's nice.
It's small. It's all right. It's in an apartment building. It's on the outskirts of Lowell, so that's nice. But it's right on Drum Hill, basically. If anybody knows where the hell that is, but it's right on the highway, basically. But this place, it's just over the border into New Hampshire, so it's still not far from like family and all that. And I care about family, yes. They're all status, but still. Yeah, I can't wait. It's not June anymore. It's May now. It's like, word? Really? So anyway.
Word? No,
word? Really?
This isn't Nashua though.
It's basically right next door to Nashua. It's Hudson.
Hudson, okay.
It's right next door.
So I am planning on moving to New Hampshire, and my thoughts on the matter are, and I am not in support of the Free State Project. I do go to their summer event, the Porcupine Freedom Festival, but I am not a member of the Free State Project, and I don't think that I ever will be. However, I feel that the best shot for achieving liberty in our lifetimes, quote Ian Freeman, I think that the best opportunity we have to achieve that is to congregate, is to get close together to people who actually also agree in the fundamental beliefs in individual liberty and the like, and maybe buy some guns and maybe buy some gold and maybe prepare for kicking the state out of said geographical location, right? I think that's not only the best bet, but the only bet. I don't think anything else is going to cut it. So I am working on loosely, and it's longer term than shorter term. Like I think 2 years. I'm working on moving to New Hampshire. So my question for you guys is, how do you feel about that notion of achieving liberty? The notion that congregation is probably job one. That's what I would think.
Sarah?
Sarah, yeah.
Well, I'm very much a community-minded person, not necessarily like communism, but I do think that especially for women and for mothers who are going to be the ones that are raising the next generation, who will push the liberty movement even further, we do need those like-minded communities just for support. I mean, because like you said a minute ago, you love your family, but they're all still status. So, you know, what are you going to do when you have a different view and your mother's telling you you're not raising your child right? So being able to stand up for what you believe in very much hinges on being able to have a community around you.
Yeah, I can't wait to get out of this status shithole and move to New Hampshire. Priority number one. No, I mean, you're right. When you're with like-minded people, it's a lot easier to get things done. Especially recently, I'm probably going to get so much shit for this, especially for Michael, but I am a fan of defensive voting. And for example, what Cantwell is doing with his anarcho-lobbyists, like I support all of that. Reason being because this is yeah, I see. Reason being because this is what we have right now. The state is not disappearing tomorrow. No matter, we could all become agorists tomorrow. We could all, peacefully revolt tomorrow. The state isn't just going to walk away. I partly agree with Michael that, yeah, we're probably all going to die before the happening dust settles. But, yeah, I really think...
At least I can laugh when you say that. I guess.
Well, I mean, because what are you going to do about it, you know? But yeah, I think you know, if we're all together in the same geographic location, you can vote against these stupid stupid bills or whatever. You can, members of the FSP are in the House in New Hampshire, and I mean, what better way than to actually get a bunch of voluntarists into, here we go. This is going down the dangerous road of change it from within, which I think is stupid. But if you can get people in there to at least be defensive and vote against these, tax raises or whatever, I think that's a good step towards liberty in our lifetime. Sure.
I so disagree, but yeah, go ahead, Zane, you're up.
As for congregating in New Hampshire, I mean, I guess that's okay. I mean, I guess it works. I mean, America.
Wait.
Yeah.
In New Hampshire, no, New Hampshire is not what I mean. That's my plan, but I just
anywhere.
mean anywhere. Yeah, whether it's Anarchical, whether it's the Blue Ridge Liberty Project, I don't care. Whatever.
I'm just gonna use I'm gonna use New Hampshire as my example because that works. I mean, I'm not really totally in support of that because I feel that there's a lot more statism and authoritarianism in so many different places that are far away from the what-called safe places or low tax regions, whatever, that we kind of need to bring the ideals to there. I mean, it's kind of I don't know if I like using this example because someone's going to get mad, but I mean, as the feminists are always trying to change stuff in this country where women are least oppressed, why don't they go and change things in Pakistan or Syria?
Yeah, dude, I'm probably the one that you think was going to get mad there. And no, I actually kind of agree with that argument. I'm not going to say the semantics, but your point is that we should bring freedom to places where it has no fucking chance. We should, rather than focusing on New Hampshire, we should focus on Chicago. We should focus on Afghanistan instead of, I don't know. Well, I don't have a better example outside, but yeah, we should focus on Chicago or Washington, D.C. instead of New Hampshire or Oregon, somewhere that already has this.
I disagree, guys. I really disagree here.
Oh, I didn't say I agree. I just said I see what he's saying.
I see what he's saying, but the point, I think the counterpoint to that is that there are two things. You should be a beacon of light. You should be just exemplified liberty. And if people see that and notice it, then they will start to change on their own. I mean, that's how it worked for me. It did work for me because nobody was going to teach me liberty at all. Second point is that you can't force other people to freedom. It's not like you're saying that. You're not saying you're going to try to force people into freedom, but that's exactly how that works. Is the military is across the world based on the premise of bringing people. You can't do it. It's impossible. You have to just be free. You have to live freely. That's it. And if people see that, then they're going to ask you questions, and that's how the ball gets rolling. You know what I mean?
I guess you can kind of congregate in a way, because I just thought of this, but since we are living in the information age of the internet, everything can be transmitted so fast, we can spread our ideas to other countries very easily compared to back when Al Gore didn't invent the internet.
Do you think that spreading our views to those countries who are literally almost starving, and some of them, is as good of an idea as maybe fostering it here in our own country first, and then building it? Obviously, this is lifetimes, but building it enough to where those countries don't see us as, oh my God, it's America and they're stupid, But
Yep,
see,
yep, yeah.
a living place.
I started to misunderstand you for a second there, but yes, I fucking fully agree. Who the hell are you to try to spread freedom to other people if you've never experienced it yourself?
That's it.
Absolutely. Show people that, and that's my point with congregation, right? Let's create a limited free society. Let's make this. I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're going to nuke us to death. But if it ever is, let's create this little free society in a nook of New Hampshire or in a nook of fucking Mexico or whatever, and show people that it's a better way, and show people that it's a better method. Dropping bombs and killing people when your society is probably economically less free than theirs is kind of sick, in my opinion. Like, we're gonna go kill ISIS when they have a fucking free market currency? You know, I'm pretty sure America chops more heads than ISIS does. I don't know. But and I'm no apologist for them. Don't get me wrong. If they are real, they're bad juju. But
Actually, they're bad Muslim.
why is juju a religion?
Just double Judaism. I don't know.
I know juju. I didn't mean like Jew like Judaism. I meant like bad juju. I think like J-U. I would think that would be African.
I think that's Creole.
Like Z-O-M-B-I. Yeah, Creole. Yeah.
So it comes from West Africa and like Haiti and stuff.
Probably mixed in with French along the line. Okay.
Of course.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, I didn't mean like Judaism. I mean, I think those guys are fucking crazy, but like that's not what I meant. I think Christians are fucking crazy too. I think atheists are fucking crazy too. All right.
Everybody's crazy.
Oh, it's fixing that. It's a little crazy. You know, Michael.
You know what? Everybody's crazy except for me. Just me.
I mean, if that's not your prerogative, sign your donor card and shoot yourself in the fucking head. I don't know what else to tell you. If you don't think that you're smarter than everybody else, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing?
You're not a very good anarchist.
No, or human, I think.
Oh, okay.
Seriously, if you don't look. All right, I guess I'm creating another topic again. Incentives, baby, incentives, right? Humans don't do things because they think they're right. They don't do things because they think they're wrong. They do things because they think they are going to benefit. It's all incentives. Everything is. And I'm on the fence with morality right now. I'm not sure where I stand. I'm really not. I think that rape is evil. I think that murder is evil. And I'm not going to say that I believe in objectivism. I don't have a position yet. I really got to. I'm going to take a year and work this one out. Right? But yeah, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? I think that humanity. I think that your first motivation, 100% of the time, is beneficial incentives. I think that is every human being's first motivating factor for every single decision that they make.
I disagree.
That is complete. No, I'm gonna go first on this because I agree with him.
Okay.
So I agree with him because even if you're doing selfless acts like donating to the orphanage or whatever, you still get this warm fuzzy feeling inside that makes you feel good. So it's not really about helping other people. It's never about helping other people. It's about this chemical that goes into your head and influences your thoughts.
I don't know. I think it just kind of depends on how you're raised, maybe. Because I'm a pretty selfish person, but I like to help people, not because it makes me feel good, because half the time it doesn't. I usually end up getting screwed over. But I always do. I don't really know why. I don't know what drives me, but I just do. So, I mean, obviously that's very anecdotal, but I guess it just depends on the person.
Yeah.
Well, I would agree with Sarah mostly right up until when you help somebody and then they screw you over, you generally won't help that person again. So I don't know. I kind of agree with a mixture of everybody. I help people because it makes me feel good when I help somebody out or know, whatever, buy a homeless guy a meal or whatever you may do, whatever you do like that. But it makes me feel good. But if I do something for maybe a friend or an acquaintance or something, and it blows up.
Can I interject really quick?
Yeah, sure.
And this is actually going to contradict my initial first principle syllogy point. John has helped me in the past in ways that I know were not beneficial for him.
Guys, I'm pretty sure you're all missing reputation. Because, for example, John, if he's helped out Michael, then that gave him a boost of reputation on Michael's part. So that gave John like a synapse boost or something.
Josh,
boost plus reputation.
I think you're getting me. I think you're all getting me wrong. I did not take when I made my initial point about incentives or what you want to happen. I also said mutually beneficial.
That is still mutually beneficial.
Exactly what I'm. Exactly right.
Right.
I'm fully agreeing with you. Yeah.
Right. So every human action, you know, maybe there is a benefit to every human action. Maybe you're right.
Look, dude. If I have a sandwich and you have $5 and you want my sandwich and I want your $5 and we trade, we both see benefits in
right, but there's also a reputation boost on both ends.
Then we call it Subway.
Go ahead, Sarah.
So when the transaction is not mutually beneficial, it's essentially a bad transaction.
I disagree.
May I?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm asking that.
It is impossible in a free market society to have a transaction that is not mutually beneficial. It's impossible. Right. Because the only way that that's going to happen is with force, and without a government that you can't do that. So the only way that you're going to trade somebody is if you place what you are giving them, whether it's a service, an idea, a product, whatever. The only way that you're going to give that to them is if you place what they have to offer you in higher value. This is the subjective theory of value.
Right, but that's the transaction. Now, there's also a gift, and that can be just...
The reputation.
Right, in transfer of reputation, right. So, I mean, it's either that or, you know, they just don't want it anymore. Hey, we're giving this away because I just don't want it anymore. You know, that kind of thing. So other people are going to value that while you don't.
No, it's not that you don't, though. See, I disagree with you, Josh. Like, it's not that you don't value that, because you do. Because the value that you're gaining is like the removal of said property, because you have to pay for people to do that, or maybe you have to pay for the property to be disposed of, or maybe
that doesn't mean you actually value the property that you're giving away. That just means you value the space as opposed to the.
Well, that means that you economically gain.
When you trade it away.
Yes, because if you threw it away, you would probably
I think you misunderstood the concept in the first place. What I'm saying is the object that you're giving away, you don't value it anymore. That's what I'm saying. Right.
Yes, I'm saying against the negative value or neutral zero value that you place on it, you are also gaining in the fact that you don't need to reciprocate for disposal.
Right. Right.
There's this girl this is a Facebook thing, but whatever. There's this girl that I didn't like for a long time, but I do now. Kara Curry, right? And John's a mutual friend. Probably you guys are too. She recently had a bunch of wood in her yard that she needed to get rid of, and she was going to have to pay like $1,000 to get rid of it. And some guy came to her house and gave her $250 to take it instead. Don't quote my numbers here, but that's my point, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Sometimes placing zero value in something causes you to lose capital.
Right. Yeah, speaking of capital, maybe we can go over the prices real quick. And I'd like to shout out our Facebook page once again. if you could take the time, check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/CurveOfAnarchy, and you can check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/user/CurveOfAnarchy, and this product is always put out Wednesdays at 3 p.m. So check that out. Last time we did this show was March 23rd. Tonight is April 6th, and this show is on Monday. So last time silver was $16.98. Tonight it was $16.83. That's a 15-cent drop. That's 0.9%. Gold went from $11.8938 to $12.1139. That's $22.01. That's 1.9%. And Bitcoin went from $265.94 to $255.05. That's $10.89. That's a 4.1% drop. Yeah, there's not much change going on. It just looks like over the I think it was this week the prices of these things have been going up, especially gold, but silver is back into the 17, or was back in the 17s, and I'm not saying that it's gonna go up only from here because again, I've been wrong plenty, but let's just say that I have a good feeling about this in the fact that I have silver. Go ahead.
Yeah. Let's just say that every silver owner ever said that it's gonna go up next week.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, my silver's doing pretty good. You know, I don't buy much. I buy a little bit at a time, but it all adds up. I've been buying for about a year now. Here I actually have them. About a year ago at Porkfest, I bought my first pieces, which were the Sons of Liberty quarter-ounce pieces. That's this one right here.
Oh,
Yep.
Much of a
cool.
player. Quarter ounce. Yeah, I got 4 of them for like, I don't remember what it was, 23 or 24
$25.
24 bucks or 25 bucks. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, I've been buying since then, and I've got all total about 11 ounces or so right now. Most of it's in junk silver, like these pre-1964 quarters.
Nice.
Anything 1965, I mean before 1965, they're 90% silver. So check your coins whenever you get change from a store or drive-through or whatever. I actually found a silver dime in a Dunkin' Donuts drive-through one time. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, they have a different ring to them, so you can definitely tell if you have a silver quarter or a silver dime. They're really distinctive.
Oh yeah, you know it right away as soon as you get a silver piece. I'm pretty sure Michael just got one recently, right?
Like a motherfucking boss, I did, kid. Yeah, man.
You knew it.
I did.
In your hand and went clink. You knew right away.
I picked that thing up and felt it hit my hand, and I knew exactly what was up. And it was only a dime. It's only worth like $1.03, but still, just the fucking baseline first principle of what just happened there. It made me ejaculate immediately. I'll say that.
Cash money.
Okay, I have a question. Because I am not a money person. I don't do silver, I don't do gold, I don't do Bitcoin. I really don't even like fiat either. But obviously I still have to live.
Income!
But your property is your property. It is not my property. I don't personally like that kind of stuff. So what are you guys going to do when, let's say, I don't know, a solar flare comes and knocks everything out? What are you going to do with your silver? I mean, you can't eat it. It's not super valuable if nobody can do anything with it.
Well, that's not
true. Hey, Sarah, you won't be able to do much with your food once a solar flare hits us either. I hate those kind of scenarios because it's so absurd. It's so absurd, Sarah.
I think we need some clarification on what a solar flare is.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
It's just an EMP, basically.
There you go. That's what I was
So
saying.
it's not going to kill anyone.
Yeah, silver and gold are going to have quite a bit of value when there's no electricity. Yeah.
Okay, but why?
Because they're highly conductive.
Because they are the
metals.
most. Because conductive does not matter if there's a solar EMP actually.
No.
However, gold and silver are the most recognized representative form of subjective value that has ever existed in human history. So people are obviously instantly going to revert back to that.
Right.
I'd say that's why.
Yeah, that's about right.
You have to have a universal system of payment or barter. I mean, barter can only go so far, but if I have product A and Michael has product B, I want product B, but he's looking for product C. My product A doesn't really help me at that point. So to have some
and
kind
the
of
only way that you would give me product A is if you found benefit in gaining product B from me, and I found benefit in gaining product A from you, which makes it a mutually beneficial operation, and the only way that you would do that is if you saw value in it.
Yeah, I was going to say you have to have some kind of a universal medium of exchange, because not everybody is going to have exactly what you're looking for. Don't get me wrong, I fully support barter and whatever kind of transaction gets you through the day, I fully support it. But I do really believe in gold and silver as having a place in that universal medium of exchange.
Yeah, it's not just gold and silver. It can be, to me, any elemental metal. Anything that can be boiled down to one element, literally boiled. Because, like, if you had water, that's great, but eventually that evaporates, that kind of thing, and you can't get a hold of it always. Anyway, but basically, something that's tangible, something you can hold in your hand, and an ounce of gold is $1,000 right now, if you want to equate it. You know what I mean? So it has so much wealth in just one little coin. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And silver is a way to break down that value. Platinum is a good exchange off of gold, because it's about the same at any given point. Mm-hmm. So those kind of metals are they hold value,
right.
And they it doesn't deteriorate. So, like, if you were to throw it into an ocean, you can reclaim that same amount of value from like 1,000 years ago. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. An ounce of gold today has the same purchasing power as it did 1,000, 2,000 years ago. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, gold if not slightly better.
No, that's
right.
That's true. May I?
Go.
Because I think that you guys are all okay. Zane, I will not say this for, because he did not put in his opinion. However, I think all three of you are missing the point entirely. And Josh, I'm not sure what your fascination with metals is, though I agree. Like, there's I've made the point about why I like junk silver best, right, numerous times, and I would say that same logic applies to why you like metal, right?
Yeah.
Because people know that it's valuable, right?
Well, it's
you
not
don't
just
go
that.
explaining.
Yeah,
please.
go ahead.
So my point here is that Sarah's talking about food and EMPs and what's going to be value if there's no electricity, like toilet paper and food and water and that stuff. And if you trade that to somebody else, what you are doing is utilizing a representative form of subjective value, and you are trading that to somebody else who is doing exactly the same thing. So I don't think that. Yes, money, hard metals are easier for me to explain to people why they're valuable if I don't need to sell them something that's going to keep them alive. Yeah, that makes good sense, I think. Yeah. However, it's all money. Everything's money. Your shirt is money if I want it, right? Your sweet new headphones, Josh, and your sweet new microphone, if I want that more than my piece of gold, it's money. And if we trade, you are making an economic exchange, right?
I make a differentiation, though, because I just call this capital. This is a tool, and money is a specific kind of tool. Anything can be a currency, if you will, but basically, money is supposed to be something that is solid. You can count it. It's a unit of measure.
Can I not?
Go ahead.
Can I not count your headphones?
Yes, but you can actually break this down even further. You know what I mean? Like, basically the smallest unit is meant to be even smaller than an ounce of copper. You know, smaller than a penny. You know, even further than that. You know, like that's why Bitcoin actually is a good unit of measure in that sense, because it just breaks all the way down. Go ahead.
I don't think we should take over the show here, but I just don't see the correlation of how you're. Yeah, it's true. Go ahead. No, go ahead, Sarah. Please.
Yeah.
No, I'm mostly brought that because I personally don't see a value in it. I can't melt it down and make a bullet. And so if I can't melt it down and make a bullet, I can't go and shoot my food.
Why couldn't you?
Well,
your
gold
headphones?
is pretty soft. I mean, I guess you could make gold
I've
bullets.
heard of a golden bullet
bullets.
before.
That's why.
Well, you're going to have a lot of them. But my point is
can you make chicken into a bullet?
You actually can get a lot of shit out of it. Silver.
I get that.
All right.
You're a funny guy.
Anyway,
all it's meant to be is just a unit of trading. That's all money literally is. That's what money is. That's why it's a separate whole other. That's why it's got a whole nother name to it. You know, money.
In my whole opinion, what we are all doing right now, the five of us, four of us. Well, it was. This is money. This is an economic exchange. You guys would not be on this show if you did not find value in it. We would not have you on if we did not find value in it. We are changing money right now. That's my opinion.
That's why I don't understand why, because I agree with that, and I don't understand why gold and silver and precious metals are on such a huge pedestal. And that's probably just, my personal opinion.
The reason that I think they're on a huge pedestal is because they have been the main sources of economic exchange for thousands and thousands of years. So they are relatable, and people understand that means that.
Right.
That's argument by nature.
Right.
And that makes sense, just not to me.
Well, it's finite. It's rare. That's why they're called precious. It's not so much that you know what I mean? It's my precious.
Exactly. And
I was
I
thinking
can't
of
compare
the
two quarters.
Be precious.
God,
but-
Zane.
No, John, you haven't spoken. Both Zane and John get a turn right now.
No, I don't have anything to say.
You both get a turn. Neither of you guys have spoken in 10 minutes. Go ahead.
All right, go
John,
ahead,
you go first.
Yeah.
Yeah, what Josh was saying about it being precious metals, I actually have two quarters here that we can compare. And
Right.
all right, this one here is the silver one. And I don't know if you can see it on camera. It's really shiny.
It's okay. It's a little bit too close.
Yeah. Well,
back up, dude.
there.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Oh, wow.
You see the silver one shine? See how shiny that is?
That's crazy.
See them side by side. If you ever see a silver quarter in a roll of quarters, you will know it right away. Look at the edge of that. This is money. This is bullshit.
Well, no, that's not totally true either. It's just devalued. If I'm right.
What?
It's because it's a copper alloy.
Right.
Josh.
Yeah, this is a giant penny. It's all zinc and copper. This is a giant penny.
No, I know where Josh
that's
is about to go, and the fact of the matter is it doesn't fucking matter what it's made of. If people think that it is valuable, it is valuable. That's all. It doesn't matter.
It's not quite that simple though, because it's also rarity.
Tell that to 99% of the world, man. Sorry.
Well, right. Take a look at the currency. Why it's so devalued. That's why, that's one reason, is because it's not made of silver anymore, so the dollar's lost value because there are mostly quarters that are made of mostly copper. It's so common compared to silver. That's why more people want silver, at least people that have woken up.
Exactly.
So it is just math. That's what this is all about. Money is about math. It's not necessarily about subjective value. Yes, obviously, it is subjective value. That's why we exchange all the time. But my point is, the reason why one is valued more is based on math, is based on objective, just it's there, or not there.
I love you, Josh, to death, and like, I will punch you one day. I really will. But I think that
okay.
where we're gonna disagree is
Sounds like a NAP violation.
I'm not sure that I believe in that. I think that money is an idea. That's it. It's not value has nothing to do with it, man. It's just what you think. It's just an opinion. That's all. It's just a preference. Hashtag preferences.
I kind of agree with that, because really, if you handed me a quarter that was made of solid silver and said, hey, I want 2 eggs, I'd be like, I can't do anything with this quarter. I'm sorry. If you want to give me a quart of raw milk for my dozen eggs, we got something going right here. That's great. But I don't want your currency.
Sarah,
here's my question for you, Sarah. Is raw milk money?
To me, yes. I would trade a lot of stuff for raw milk. Yeah.
Look at those arms back there, huh? Damn, son.
That's my Anarchy right back there.
Swole. Swole,
anyway.
baby.
But yes, I do pay money right now for raw milk because that's what the person requires of me. But I would prefer to have, trade them for eggs or trade them for a goat or something like that.
Right, but that's what it's all about, is the fact that he won't accept anything except for money or what he wants. So you have to come to a mutual understanding, and it's usually based on money, as we know it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to get at, is that's where the math comes in. That's where the subjective preferences for money come in.
It's more of a tradition than anything. It's what I'm.
Possible. Yeah. No, I'll agree with that.
I fully agree with that. Like, that's been my point about gold and silver. The reason that I think people like gold and silver is because people have used it forever. But also, traditions are the worst excuse for anything, basically ever.
It's not just tradition on my end. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Well, there are limited uses to gold and silver, sure. But as Sarah pointed out, and I'm not an ANCOM dude. I'm not an ANCAP either, though. So no, I'm just kidding. As Sarah pointed out, if I'm starving to death, I can't really eat silver. I can't.
No, obviously. And some people have tried. I can't believe that. Some people have actually tried to do this, and they turn silver. At least that's what I hear.
What
is wrong with you?
I need to learn that. I need to learn that magic trick. Turning to silver sounds very lucrative.
Yeah, it's also probably something that's in Marvel comics.
Learn how to surf.
Oh, Zane with the motherfucking Marvel comment. Oh, yeah. That's it. I quit the show right now. I never need to do this again.
Good night.
Yeah.
What's happening?
We don't know.
Did she just say it's That's a he. That's a he. That's a he. Did he just say that it's happening?
No, what is happening?
What?
It's a she.
She.
Well, don't you have one kid with the long blonde hair, though? A boy? Or you did?
Oh, yeah.
His name is Zane.
Oh, okay.
All right, so since we're on this high note, I want to ask everybody what's their favorite comedian. Go, John.
Yeah.
Of all time, or what?
Yeah.
A few.
All right, George Carlin, hands down. I mean, that should just go without saying. Let's see, Louis C.K. I'm really into. And I hear a lot about Doug Stanhope. I should probably look into him a lot more.
Oh, yeah. Sarah?
Well, George Carlin is obviously going to be one of the best. Mitch Hedberg. And Ron White. I really like Ron White.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, Zane.
Me, I don't watch a lot of stand-up comedy, so I prefer, like, YouTubers, and I like the channel called Rooster Teeth. But my favorite stand-up comedian is probably Angela Johnson, just because she makes fun of the Raiders.
I've never heard of her.
She's really great.
Michael, what about you?
Yeah, I'm going to take a little longer than the rest of them. So first, I'm going to go with Zane's sentiment on the YouTubers. Like, I like Chris Cantwell, man. I think that two of my favorite jokes that I've ever heard are I trust this government like I trust speech therapy from Julie Borowski. That's one of my favorite jokes. And
that on my episode.
I know, and I'll say it again, too. And I think my second one would be like, I trust this government like I trust legal advice from Adam Kokesh. But aside from that, I like some alternative stuff that's like BBC, really. Like, I like Laurie and Fry, like Hugh Laurie and Daniel Fry. They had a show like in the 80s. Hugh Laurie played House, like House MD. I like Monty Python. Doug Stanhope's really good. Obviously, honorable mention to George Carlin. Yeah. Rest, bro. I wish I believed in gods just for him. Yeah, I'd suppose that's like the extent. I like Danny DeVito. Robin Williams' older stuff. He used to have this bit where he has really hairy arms. He would like pretend to eat out a vagina in his arms, and he had this whole bit. And it was hilarious.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, but like Zane, I don't watch stand-up comedy. I'll basically watch YouTube clips.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, same here. I've been into Jim Gaffigan a lot. George Carlin, Stanhope is freaking awesome. I don't agree with everything he says, but he's freaking awesome.
He's like Ayn Rand, dude. He's like, I'm like this close to agreeing with you.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
Yeah. But anyway, like those are like my top guys right now. I was just curious, just to start or end this on a high note.
I do have to say, if y'all have never seen the Jim Gaffigan's, the one about what's it like to have a fourth child?
Yes.
If imagine you're drowning and being handed a baby, that is like exactly what it is.
Right.
It's not even comedy; it's just real life, and it's freaking funny.
He said, it was like he started off with, I just had a kid, and everybody's like, woo. And, yeah, it's my fourth, and everybody's silent. And he's like, I love the silence that follows that.
Yep.
Oh, man. Anyway, so I would just want to go down the line and, everybody mention where we can find you guys. Zane, you go first, guy.
You can find me on YouTube and search Zane Goodell. Or you can probably find me on Facebook somewhere. I am pretty active on a lot of Facebook libertarian pages, so find me there, I guess.
All right, sounds good. Sarah?
You can find me on Facebook at Dirty Anarchist Kids.
The best thing ever.
It is. That page kicks so much ass.
Oh.
I love that page.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right, John.
Yeah, I'll join in on the love with Sarah. Yeah, I love Dirty Anarchist Kids. It's a great page. You can you can find me over at the New Sons and Daughters of Liberty on Facebook, and we have the profile picture of the Minuteman guy in front of the ANCAP flag. See you there.
It's so ironic, but not.
I mean, there's a reason for it. The image kind of goes way back to when we started. Because when we started it, it was the Minuteman guy in front of a Constitution, and as we changed, went libertarian to voluntarists and all that, we put the ANCAP flag behind them. But I won't get rid of the Minuteman guy because one of our former admins claimed that we stole it from one of his websites or something. So just to middle finger the IP, I'm purposely keeping it now and not getting rid of it.
Oh, man.
I love you, Landers. Come on, Abolishing Authority with Michael FreeMan. I would love to do the Minarchist versus Anarchist debate with you. Please, buddy. Please.
Oh, man.
And miss ya.
Yeah, speaking of that, I believe that I'm just going to shout out Eric Bell's show. He has a minarchist versus anarchist debate coming up, if it hasn't already passed. But he's going to be debating Jen Heffield. Yeah, exactly. So that's pretty awesome.
Has Jan not been wrecked enough times?
Oh, I know. Yeah, multiple times by multiple people. It's ridiculous. But hey, whatever. It's spreading the message of anarchy. Maybe he's doing it on purpose. He must be doing it on purpose.
Should we seek him out?
I think we should. I
want Stephen, former Staff Sergeant Stephen Landers. If you're watching this show, we want you to come on and debate us. Particularly me, and John can be the go-through, okay, buddy? I know we served in combat together and all this stuff, but we really want you to come talk philosophy, please.
Yeah, philosophy, that's it. Our next show is April 13th live, and I believe that we're having Jordan Page on the show, Michael. What's going on with that?
We are having Jordan Page, and the song is still to be determined. I think that it might even be up to us to get to decide which song he performs, whichever one we like, and that's pretty freaking cool.
That is cool.
But he's going to come on the show, and he's going to perform a song for us live on the Currency of Anarchy, and this is something that we have never done before, so I look forward to it.
Definitely. Yeah, so check for us there. And our YouTube page is youtube.com/user/Cur of Anarchy. And you can, again, find that April 13th live. And so please check it out and take it easy, everybody. Everybody say, hey, goodbye.
See you guys.
Bye. See you later.